Hi. In that last video, I got pretty upset at the end and I said, kill yourself. However, I'd like to let you and the rest of the world know that suicide is never the answer. It's never okay. This is staged to be like a joke, only because it's unexpected and a little bit too serious. The juxtaposition makes it a little bit comical, but I'm being serious. I'm being for real. I don't want anyone to kill themselves. I might put up a hotline somewhere along right here. If I don't, just ignore that. Now, to the one I was talking to, no, I don't want you to kill yourself. I want you to fucking deal with it. I want you to deal with the consequences of your fucking actions. Don't kill yourself. I won't fucking let you. I'm not letting you kill yourself. But for everyone else, suicide is actually, it's very tragic. The idea that people get to a point in their lives where they feel as if they have no other way out of their trouble, out of their situations, and they think that death will help them. I honestly feel like suicide and death itself, death doesn't release you from existence. You know what I'm saying? I feel like death does not, I think death, look, if you're dealing with conflict and you want to get out of it, death, I don't think it's going the way that you want it to go. I barely believe people actually die. I barely believe that. So if you kill yourself, I don't think you're going to end up going where you think. I don't think it's going to all end for you. I think that it's actually going to get worse. Just because you did an unethical thing, or like, look, most of the time that I see people dealing with things, it's because they're doing things that are kind of unethical that they haven't noticed themselves. And so it's kind of like if you kill yourself, then you haven't quite learned whatever lessons the collision chamber was trying to teach you. Sorry. And so it means that like killing yourself because your life got hard, especially when you haven't been doing the right thing yourself, will only put you in a harder, more pressurized area of existence. So don't do that. I mean, it just makes the situation entirely worse. I'm not even joking. I might go into that more later on, but I'm serious. Don't kill yourself. And to anybody, to anyone watching in the for like all those directors and like Ben Affleck, if you're like watching this right now and like you're like, I can't hire him because he's got a temper and he's got a, just know that what's happening right now is very specific and requires a very specific response. I'm responding to a lot of incels who just don't want to get it, who just don't want to understand it, and it requires a little bit of diving into their mindset. I have butter. I have to put my grilled cheese sandwich on the pot right quick. Hold on. You know, I'm gonna go even further into it. So let's say, unfortunately, whenever we think of someone killing themselves, it becomes unethical to discuss their lives as anything other than tragic. And so we often take no time to look into what they might have been doing wrong before their death. Now, this isn't to say that everyone who kills themselves is a horrible person. We all need to recognize that. But it is to say that in most cases, when life is treating you a certain way, it has to do because of how you're treating life. Most people think that life is an unsentient thing, that it has no sentience, that it is not responding. But if you pay close attention, you'll notice that life is almost directly responding to what you do in a way that's almost as if it is a person separated into many different concepts and components and people around you. Even if they don't know what you did, somehow their reactions fit into the story of what's going on. And so, if you're ever in a state where you're stressed, if you're ever in a state where you are unsure of what to do, you believe that life is caving in on you, one of two things. One, remember, life isn't just happening. Concept occurs before mass. And so, even if it is illogical to believe good things are just going to happen for you, even if you still don't think that they will, keep doing that. Keep believing in good things. Keep believing that things will go your way. However, if the situation is something like you're not a perfect person yourself and you feel like The way you are, even though it's disrespectful to people, that it's doing things wrong, it treats people in your own privacy the way that you don't want to be treated to your face. These things manifest around you over time. Now, I'm not going to say there's never been an innocent person that committed suicide because of a tragedy. These things, unfortunately, can happen, even though I have to say that they can't in order to prevent them. But that is to say, if you're ever in a position where you genuinely feel like you're a good person and what you're going through isn't deserved, you've got no guilt, you've got no secrets that you think justify what's happening to you, don't kill yourself. That's what it wants. Do not kill yourself. Outsmart that shit. It needs to kill you. If it kills you, you win. Outsmart it. It wants you to kill yourself so it can say that you made the choice. Don't give it that. It's pushing you to that edge for a fucking reason. There's a reason that it's always doing it from a distance, making you suffer from a distance, keeping you alone, keeping you isolated. It wants you to make the choice so that everyone else can just say that you chose to kill yourself and call it a tragedy. But you're that close. You're close. This doesn't make sense to you anymore. And you're still suffering for what? Why? How is this even happening at this point? This is impossible. It wants you to kill yourself so they can get out of that. It wants you to kill yourself so that it doesn't have to deal with its own consequences. Don't kill yourself. Don't give it that. Don't let it have that. 1 second. Fuck! I fucking burned my fucking... God dang it. Fuck, man. Actually, that's like the perfect char. That's the perfect char. Wow. Come on. It's like the perfect amount. Like the perfect amount, dude. Anyway, if you're ever suicidal, you feel like life doesn't make sense, like there's no way out of the situation that you're in, don't kill yourself. Taking care of yourself is an ethical part of existence. Looking out for yourself is an ethical thing to do. If you don't look out for yourself, if you don't have concern for yourself, then why should anything else around you do that for you? That sounded a little fucked up, but that's a real thing. That's a real thing. You have to understand how unfair a lot of this mass is. So, rather than trying to take the way out, or rather than, hold on, I need to take a step back here. So, in looking out for yourself, that does not mean not looking out for everyone else. That does not mean becoming a selfish person, numero uno baby, knock everyone else down so you can stand the tallest. That's not what that means. It just means, as much as you are timid and want to make sure everyone else is happy and you're not upsetting anyone, you deserve that right. You have that right. And if you don't acknowledge that, no matter how much of an asshole you feel like in that moment, no matter how much of a bitch that you think everyone will think that you are, you'll never get it. You'll never receive it. These people are illogical. These people are horrible. These people, quite frankly, these people, quite frankly, I don't know. I just don't like them. So, nice. But in all seriousness, don't kill yourself. It's never the answer. Here's the ethics of why. And this is the fucked up shit I gotta say. This is very fucked up, but it's real. So, you're all like, you don't get how I feel. I am making fun of you here, I have to. Don't kill yourself. You don't get how I feel. You don't understand how I feel. It's not fair. Alright, here, this is irrational. This is not taken into consideration piecing together the concept of what's happening around you. You need to understand that that's a real thing that happens in life. That's a real thing that happens. That if you pay attention and you can realize, wait a fucking second, like as far as existence goes, what's happening right now isn't even logical. It doesn't make sense. Like this can't be real based on all the rules that make sense. Shit starts falling apart. That's a real thing that actually happens. I've done it several times. I'm doing it right now. I'm supposed to be outside suffering through this hurricane. Okay, so just that's step one. If you kill yourself, you've still murdered someone. And you've murdered someone who you probably don't think deserved to get murdered. That means you murdered an innocent person. It's unethical. You're definitely not going to heaven. Okay? Situations get hard, situations get tough. I'm being a little harsh right now, but somebody fucking has to be. Just don't ever fucking kill yourself, because that shit, that helps whatever it is win. Whatever the fuck it is wins when you kill yourself, because it can deny having made you. It's the whole point of it. Well, that's why people push you from a distance. That's why whenever you have voices in your head, that's why the voices are in your head and not being said to your fucking face. That's why they're there, bro. So that people can deny that they wanted you to die. So that people can act like they weren't participating, like they weren't pushing you to the edge. Don't kill yourself. Survive that shit. I promise you good things happen when you survive that shit. I promise you. Don't kill yourself. Okay.